On this episode of American Travelers, we're visiting the island of Nevis and staying at the romantic Hermitage Plantation Inn. Then we climb the Nevis Peak Volcano. Next, we discover a little bit about St. Charles of Wales at the Nevis Plantation Inn. Then experience the beautiful Four Seasons Resort.
Traveling on a budget can be a challenge.
If we could do it,
anyone can do it.
Oh, we made it. Welcome to American Travelers.
I'm Kari.
I'm Dave.
We travel the world looking for fun and new adventures.
Making friends along the way.
We are the cast and the crew and do all the filming ourselves, just the two of us.
Sometimes it's a real challenge, but we love it.
We've got a bunch of great stops to show you. Our purpose is to show awesome destinations and share our new adventures.
We'll give some tips on how to budget your trip,
along with some history and culture of each destination.
So come join us on American Travelers. We're on the island of Nevis, a hidden gem in the Caribbean, and staying at the Hermitage Plantation Inn near the slopes of Mount Nevis.
We get here last night. Of course, we couldn't see anything because it was dark. We get to our room. Our room is perfect with a nice breeze coming through and great sleeping. Get up this morning and it was like Christmas morning. Everything is green, beautiful. There's rock work everywhere. Neat little idyllic little cabins that are kind of tucked into the hills here, all part of the Hermitage Plantation. Tons of places to look and see. We haven't really got around to see everything because we've just been down to breakfast. They have like a house down there that they've changed to the dining room, kitchen, and restaurant area. So we have this great breakfast, all local fruit and sausages, I'm sure all done here on the island. So we're going to have the owners come up and tell us a little bit about this place.
My name is Richard, and I live here at the Hermitage in Nevis. Well, I first came to open a branch of Bank of America in St. Kitts in 1968. St. Kitts then was pre-World War II. Nevis was pre-World War I. More people had oil lamps than had electricity. The Hermitage came up in 1971. My tour in St. Kitts was coming to an end. And I did have a fascination with old country houses in St. Kitts, and the people that owned this old place in Nevis, it was just a ruin then, called me and said, we understand there are Americans, crazy Americans that buy places like this. See if you can find me one.
Located around the main house are 15 gingerbread-style guest cottages on 3 acres. Stroll around the nicely landscaped grounds and you'll see cocoa, mango, and breadfruit trees. It's a romantic destination for sure.
We're staying at the Tower Up Cottage. It has a beautiful netted canopy bed, a mahogany hardwood floor, and antiques everywhere. On the balcony, you see a great view of the pool and the countryside. You see that hammock over there? One of us will be in there later.
Looking up, there's a hardwood open beam ceiling with large fans to keep the room nice and cool. It even has a small fridge and a nice sized bathroom.
Kari, what do you think of the Hermitage?
Oh my gosh, we have so much to look at here, but just the little bit I've seen so far, it's just the most idyllic little setting. So we have a lot to show you and I can't wait.
Here at the Hermitage, we're not on the beach, of course. We're 850 feet above sea level. And here we are, the middle of the day, the hottest time of the day, the hottest time of the year, but we have a breeze. And that's what's lovely about these locations. On the coast, you would have to have air conditioning or something, but up here, there's always the breeze. The house is a wooden house. It's 350 years old, the oldest house on the island, but yet they survive. They never get hot. They're always cool and comfortable.
After a little relaxing, we decided to head down and check out the barbecue.
The Hermitage does a pig roast every Wednesday night, and as you can see right behind me, they got the pig roasting. It looks like it's going to be really good. I wish you could smell it. The smell is incredible, roast pork. So everybody's getting ready for the big feed, and we'll be down when this thing is done.
Not too many people here during the day and on our visit, but the pig roast seems to bring them all out, that's for sure, because there's a ton of people here now, so it must be good. Looking forward to it. Hey, so it's Richard and Richie. Hey, so tonight's the night of the pig roast.
This is our favorite night. We do this every Wednesday, and the best part of it is also the good rum. But the other favorite part is the good company.
Yeah, I'm actually having some good rum right now. And
It's a weekly burnt offering. The only trouble I have is that if there's any leftovers, I eat them.
all right. Yeah, it's great. Look at that.
Next to that you have pasta salad, then you have ginger lamb slaw, then the green salad, tomatoes and plantain with a basil pesto, then you have the roast suckling pig. Next to the roast suckling pig you have johnny cakes and tangy fritters.
So, Kari, you're one of the first ones back to your plate. I see that you had.
I've already sampled a few things.
Yeah.
Some of it's a little spicy. It has that Caribbean, kind of flavors to it. Anyway, I'm really ready to dive in now that you're back. This is what it's all about. This is the roast pig that we saw earlier. Talk about delicious, and the smoky flavor from the barbecue is coming through, and oh my God, I'm in heaven.
What did you think of this meal tonight?
The meal was really good, it was really tasty, and the pig was very cool, and I like the skin because it was nice and crispy.
The dinner was outstanding. I thought it was very different. I'd never tried anything like it before, and it's definitely worth going to.
Nevis was known for the quality of its lignum vitae, which is what the house is framed with, which is why it survives so long. The posts go in the ground about 4 feet for 350 years now, and they haven't rotted yet because of that wood. They sold the forest wood, the lumber, and then started trying to grow various crops. It's expected that they did indigo and tobacco initially. Tobacco, they both grew here, but not to the commercial satisfaction. They tried ginger, which is why this district is still called Gingerland. But by the end of the 17th century, they went into sugar, and that's what all these islands then went into for the next 200 years. The old sugar plantations were actually factories as much as they were farms. They had to grow the cane, then they had to process the cane, which is crush the juice, and then they had to boil it at least 5 times to get it into thick molasses. And they use these great big iron kettles, which have survived to this day. They're almost indestructible. We have about 25 of them around the Hermitage here, and they were kept for watering animals and storing rainwater from the roofs. The volcanic history of Nevis was a lot of stones and boulders were blown out of the volcano. And to cultivate up here, they had to clear the land, create terraces, and then the soil between the terraces where they grew things. And there were a lot of stones, as you can see, all over the place here. It's totally different from St. Kitts, where their volcanic eruption was mostly ash. So they have very few rocks in St. Kitts compared to Nevis.
We had a great stay here at the Hermitage Plantation Inn. The history is rich with all of its artifacts still here. We love the plantation-style shutters and the design of the rooms in the main house. It's so inviting with all of the books and the comfy chairs. We can see a family gathering here for a great game of Monopoly.
The furniture is something you would only see in the past. When entering the dining room, there's a sense of elegance. On the patio, you could sit and take in a view while sipping on a glass of wine. In our travels, we would highly recommend the Hermitage Plantation Inn. Off to our next adventure. Coming up, we climb the Nevis Peak Volcano. We visit the beautiful Nevis Plantation Inn. Then go snorkeling at the Four Seasons on the island of Nevis.
Today we're hiking the Nevis Peak, and we have a guide, Reginald. He's going to tell us a little bit about the hike before we start, and then once we get up there, I guess we got some ropes to climb.
Reggie Douglas here, taking my wonderful guests on the Nevis Peak climb. This section of the climb where we are starting from here, we call this the Stairmaster. Kind of kicks your heart rate up just a little bit, just to get your mind focused and prepare for what's ahead. I like to tell people, just think of it as a big giant stairway. Think that you're going up a big a flight of stairs.
Wait, let's try that again.
Yeah, we don't need that.
No.
Okay, I'm good.
It's jungle. Thick jungle.
This location we're at here is what we call Maroon Hill. The Maroons are actually runaway slaves who were brought here to Nevis, who as soon as they come off the boats and before they can be sold into slavery, they actually run away up here in the hills. In the 1700s, when the French actually came to Nevis to try to take back over Nevis, they were the ones, along with a few Carib tribes, who keep the French at bay. Most of the slave owners had actually fled the island because these French was known to be ruthless killers. As we go up this climb here, we actually just came over Maroon Hill, so that was just a walk in the park there. So now we're on the epic climb right here, where we're starting with the first section of ropes. We call this section here Ladder Gut.
Why people want to hang on to the roots because they're more stable. The rope is kind of wiggly.
The roots keep you a little closer to the ground so your weight's going into the mountain. The expression I was looking for right there. That's why I asked for the camera. You didn't know you were going to be a photographer today. On each episode, we'll visit the must-see attractions, but find some of those out-of-the-way hidden gems.
The Nevis Plantation Inn. Located right on the beach with 36 beautiful cottages on 20 acres of tropical paradise.
Today we're visiting with Alistair and he's giving us a tour of this fabulous resort.
Welcome to Nevis Plantation Beach Club. I'm Alistair, I'm the general manager, and as you can see this is just an awesome setting.
Intro and then you start talking, yeah.
Okay, hold on, let me see, you got something on your lip. Something white. Okay, go.
Okay, here we go. Another stop here on Nevis is the Nevis Plantation Inn.
We're on the Atlantic side. The water's a little more choppy here, but I understand that you can walk all the way out to the reef and not be over your head. We ordered lunch here at the restaurant, and we're going to have something to eat and show you our lunch.
Now, what do you think, Kari?
Looks good.
All right, this is their island breadfruit.
We have here 36 cottage-style accommodations spread over 20 acres, and we have 3 restaurants. We have Coconuts, we have Sea Breeze right here on the water, and we have our award-winning Great House restaurant.
What?
I don't like close-ups.
When you walk in your room, all you could say is, wow, I want to stay here. It's very well decorated with just enough high-end furniture to make your stay comfortable.
Wow, this bathroom's fancy.
You can tell the management pays close attention to every detail and what a couple might want when on vacation.
And this must be the loo. It's nice waking up to double sinks, so you don't miss your island activities like climbing Nevis Peak early in the morning. And what about just relaxing on this beautiful deck overlooking the plantation grounds? Count me in.
Another great attraction here at Nesbitt is the Great House Restaurant.
Inside, you'll find cozy spots for socializing or a romantic night out with your sweetie. There's much history at this location.
Who's this guy here?
Admiral Nelson of the British Royal Navy came here in the late 18th century and fell instantly in love with Fanny Nesbitt while at a dinner party. Another romantic getaway was with St. Charles of Wales and his fancy of the time, Harriet Turner, in 1973. So you see, this is a great place to come for that romantic getaway.
Sugar mills everywhere.
Well, just a recap of this great resort. It's the only plantation inn on Nevis located right on the beach. Breathtaking views everywhere you look. If you're looking for a quiet, relaxing vacation, this is one of our favorite spots.
A very friendly staff that caters to you and wants you to have a memorable time. The food is great and tasty, and we'll be coming back for sure.
It's just a fantastic place to spend a few days when you're looking for a great vacation.
When possible, travel light. Not only do you save money at the airport, but also taxi cabs are starting to charge per bag. Another stop on Nevis is the Four Seasons. This is the premier resort on this island.
The Four Seasons Resort. When driving into this garden-like setting, you'll feel anxious to see what's next. The Four Seasons Resort sits on 350 acres of beautiful island paradise. If you're in the golf, then play here at the pristine 18-hole golf course.
The resort has 180 rooms, 17 suites, plus several private homes available through the resort. If that's not enough, you have 5 gorgeous swimming pools, 10 tennis courts, 4 restaurants, and an exquisite spa and fitness center. Now that's living large.
Welcome to the Four Seasons. How may I help you?
Inside, you'll relax and enjoy hanging out in the lobby area. The overhead fans keep the temperature very comfortable. As far as the staff goes, making new friends is easy.
How you doing? What's your name?
All of the staff seem so friendly and ready to help you enjoy your vacation that you may want to bring them home with you.
For breakfast, check out the Nevis restaurant and sample the fresh fruit smoothie station or the Caribbean lobster eggs Benedict.
The library bar looks so luxurious with all the exotic wood, and it's a great place to get educated about rum cocktails.
For family entertainment, the resort provides a little local flavor, so we decided to stop and take it in.
Here we have a really nice little craft made from coconut shell. What does it look like to you? What does this look like?
Birds kissing.
Oh, he is good.
Turns out coconuts are used for many decorative pieces, and some practical ones like using the branches for a broom. And coconut shells are used in making burlap bags like these.
During your day of swimming, the Cabana restaurant is a nice spot to grab lunch. We're having the ice cream first so we don't miss it. There's a wood-fired pizza oven and dishes like ahi tuna tacos. And don't miss their frozen fruit kebabs for a treat.
Another must-see is Mango, an open-air restaurant featuring 101 rum cocktails.
Scuba lessons are very popular here. For a unique diving experience, the Four Seasons offers a program called Dive and Dine. You go out with a dive master in the morning, bring back your lobster, then in the evening you have a private chef teaching you the art of a beach barbecue. Just imagine the taste of a lobster while watching a majestic sunset on the beach.
The beach, I must say, is probably one of the most beautiful beaches on the island.
The beach here is called Penny Beach, and it's far from crowded. The ocean water is nice and warm. A lot of water activities like boating, stand-up water paddling, kayaking, scuba diving, and snorkeling. All this with a great view of St. Kitts in the background.
We're going to go snorkeling here at the Four Seasons. JR is going to take us out and show us where the good snorkeling spots are.
We're swimming about 100 yards to a coral reef. When we get out there, the camera stopped working, so I swim back to the shore, fix the camera, then swim back to the reef. By then, I'm exhausted as we came back from climbing 3,000 feet at Nevis Peak, so I hand the camera to Kari.
That's recording when it's turned red.
I take the camera and I realize it's all up to me to get some great footage. I have a death grip on this thing, as I know if I drop it, I won't be able to find it. I'm seeing a lot of really exotic fish. Wow, this is awesome.
Are you making a video for you?
No.
Are you trying to get the fish? Or you're getting you? Turn the wrong way all the time.
Oh no! Oh well, now that I have the camera aimed in the right direction, look what I'm seeing. Must have had a blonde moment.
Back on land, we take a golf cart along these nicely laid pathways to see one of the rooms. The grounds are well manicured and have a lot of tropical flowers and trees for eye candy.
The rooms are very spacious and have comfortable chairs and a large high-end sofa. The beds look so inviting, I might just jump on there. Granite countertops, double sinks, deep bathtub, separate shower. What more could you ask for?
And now, a view from the balcony. The Four Seasons Resort. What a great place to stay on Nevis.